Welcome to the 2018 Amiga Pigskin Showdown. I am Amigo Aaron, and tonight we'll be taking a look at what the Amiga has to offer in the realm of American football, and we'll be doing it all on authentic, my trusty Amiga 1200. You know, here in the States, football season is upon us, with all the big games coming this Sunday, and this is the perfect time to test out these old Amiga football games, see which ones are ready for the Super Bowl and which ones need to go back and do the draft. So, I'm ready for some football. First on the docket, we're going to go through these in alphabetical order. We're going to play a little 4th and inches. I'm a big fan of 4th and inches. We're going to fire this thing out. We did a review on this one way back when. I've always been a big fan. We're going to be running these on the TRUSTY. Always awesome. Amiga 1200. Here we go. We're going to play with the joystick. We're going to be using this little beauty tonight. The CD32 gamepad. I'm always a big fan. So we're going to try to play the computer here. I believe it's been quite a while since I played this one. So we're going to see what we can do here to get a game in. Let's see here. There we are. Alright, we're ready to go. Press the space bar to start the game. 4th and Inches was a simple game, but it's fun. That's what I like about it. Here we go. A little glitchy here. Now we're using the WHD load, and you'll get some weird glitches now and again. And here we are. We're off. I like this. This was quite amazing back in the day. The way this thing turns and changes the camera. I got a pretty good run back going here. A little glitchy, you guys can make it. And there he goes. Okay. I'm going to do a short curl. I've always liked the way you can pick the plays on this. Very simple. And there it is. It's that simple. Look at him fight. That's a fullback. He should be harder to bring down. A lot of glitching here. We may try this again with the... I also have the disk drive hooked up, so we may give that a show. Now, I personally like to run the Pro set and do some... I like running the ball. I haven't ran it much recently, so we'll give it a shot here. Oh, God. Should have went up the middle. I chose not to. Let's see if we can get a first down at least here. 3rd and 7. We're going to go here. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see if we can get the... I'm not a big fan of the hook pass, but we're going to give it a shot. We'll try the right route. Now, it's a shame that you can't change who you're throwing to. That's one of the problems with this. And so if he's covered, which he is, you're boned. Boned. But that's the nature of the game. There were not a lot of options. I'm going to try to remedy this. And by the way, you will get penalized on this game if you take too long. There it is. Of course, the Accolades 4th and Inches did not have a license, and really, oh God, how did he get past me? Get him! Those games from back in the day really didn't have the licensing. Was not like sort of a thing that was occurring at the time. We're gonna see if we can get some audio working properly here. Bear with me for one moment here. It's funny how you could just let the clock run like that. I guess indefinitely. This was a simple little game, but I always enjoyed it. I really did. I don't think they ever came back to this series, as I recall. I do want a drinking party boat. Thanks for asking. It's funny how these... oh! Interception. Now that one was all Aaron. Thank you very much. That was all Aaron. I saw that one coming. Took care of business on that one. Now, you know what I like to do when you've got a team on their heels? You've just screwed them over. You go for the long bomb. We're going to go to our left receiver here. We'll see if we can get some action here. Okay. Give me some space, buddy. Huh. Oh, knocked down. What a bummer. What a bummer. Well, we might as well corner route. Let's give this one a shot. And so far, we're going to go with the wing back this time. Here we go. He's open. He's open for a minute there. Yes! That's how it's done. Alright. Now that we've got our first down, this is where they won't expect the draw. Hoi! There it is. Block for me, quarterback. Now this is the fullback. Got a couple in there. Alright. We're going to spread them out and do the... what do we think? The wide receiver. Now this played... One thing I liked about this game when it came out, and a lot of games didn't do this. I mean, it seems... Oh, come on! Oh. It seems pedestrian at this point, but having all the guys on the field was sort of a big deal, to be completely honest with you. If you'd played the old Atari or some of the, the original bunch of consoles, your ColecoVisions, you didn't have a full slate of men. I don't remember if the Intellivision did or not. Now, the Intellivision, admittedly, was a little more advanced than a lot of them were. Oh, boy. Oh, yes! Go! He's at the 30. Go, go! Oh! Why did I cut back? Why did I cut back? Alright. What to do? What to do? And we're going to play just a series or two of these, and then we'll move along. But I wish this wasn't glitchy, but still playable. It's odd that the WHC does. It could be a kickstart thing. Who knows? You never know. You never know. Look at that. There he goes. It's a favorite play of mine on almost every game. The old little outside toss. I'll tell you one I haven't done is the old... I love the old screen. Let's see what we can do here. We've got 2nd and 5. Let's get the strong side back in. And the off tackle right run. With the halfback. Here we go. I haven't had much success running in this game, but we're going to give it a shot. Hold the phone. He's at the 10. Oh! That's a first down, y'all. Okay, we're going to try to put the biscuit in the barrel here. Alright. You know, I'm a Cowboys fan. We like to throw that tight end. There it is, and there's the dance, the accompanying dance. Yeah. It's been a while, but I can still put it. This is pretty pedestrian at this point. We just knock it through, and bam. Kick is early. Ha, it's an extra point. Good to go. And that's the end. That's the end of the first quarter, and we're going to leave it there and move along. That's your 4th and inches, guys. A simple game, but a game that I've always enjoyed, to be completely honest with you. I've always enjoyed it quite a bit. Let's move along. Next on the docket, and we're doing these in sort of alphabetical order, we're going to try Monday Night Football. ABC's Monday Night Football. My favorite touchdown dance, Boat asks in the chat, is the old Butch Johnson used to play for the Cowboys, and he did the old California Quake. He'd get in the end zone and do the things with his hands like the guns. It was awesome.
Data East presents
It was great back
an
in the day.
ABC Sports presentation.
Now, oh, this one
Monday
talks.
Night Football.
Is your Monday Night Football? Digitized sound. Digitized sound. Not bad. Always dug that team. Pretty good team. Okay. Oh, Frank
Hello,
Gifford.
everyone. I'm Frank Gifford, along with Al Michaels and Dan Deardor.
It's funny, Al
Let's go down to
Michaels
the
still
field for the starting action.
still hosting the program after all these years. Let's try joystick A. That did it. And I guess we can let's pick the keypad here. Sure. Gotta have the cheerleader camera. Are you kidding me? Okay. Let's do one player exhibition versus computer. Alright, we're gonna play real teams here. Now this was an NFL light. I see, was this licensed? I think it was. Let's see here. Gotta play my team. Cowboys. Don't get to pick the opponent. I guess we're playing Miami. Looks like I am on the top. This is an interesting way to start the game. There. Okay, here's the kickoff. Miami does have the appropriate sort of teal.
I got it.
There we go. Good God, you didn't get a chance to do it. Let's see here. Try what I formation. I've got no idea how to play this one. It's been a long time. Oh God! He's down, man down, man down. Clearly, we have not learned how to punt the ball. Okay. Let's try this again. Okay, I've gotten that down. Oh, God. It's funny, I remember playing this way back, and never being a huge fan of it. Now, that doesn't mean it's a bad game. It just means I never could get the hang of the darn thing. Let's see what we can do here. I'd like to at least throw a pass or two, to be completely honest with you. Oh! God.
Personal foul.
Please be roughing the passer. Never thought I'd say that, but... Hey, first down. I knew I could get one. Maybe I should just call quarterback scrambles over and over. Yeah, you can't beat Cosell. Steve Rasmussen was remarked that his favorite team was Meredith, Dandy Don Meredith, and Howard Cosell. And he's right. Those two guys were just outstanding. I'm a big fan of Cosell. Of course, I was a big Muhammad Ali fan, and Cosell and Ali were buddies. He used to call us. There we go. Oh, okay. So I switched positions there. That might be the way to go. If I only knew how I'd done it.
I got it.
Wow. That's a scramble that even Kenny Stabler would be appalled by. So fourth down. We got to punt this sucker. And I don't know how to punt. So I'm going to give this game a round on defense too and see how we do. Well,
I got it.
not the best punt, but the coverage was good.
First down, 10 to go.
Okay. Play selection in this is sort of Madden-esque. It's okay. No, I mean, it may look better. Oh. A little bit of offsides there. That was me. Something else I've forgotten about this is that you can, you know, just whenever you want, just rumble right forward. And cause trouble, mayhem, if you will. Okay. You can see how that screen flashes real quick. It's disorienting, to be honest with you. I think this game may have been a little ambitious. Now, as I recall, you could bring up passing windows in this. I could be wrong, but it seems like you could. I did it again.
Offside.
Yes, offsides.
First down, 10 to go.
Yeah, it's real framey action, and not a good thing. It's, you keep in mind now, I'm running a this is an Amiga 1200, so this is one of the better Amigas. I've got plenty of memory and whatnot, and this is the best that it's going to do, and its best is it's not that great to be completely honest with you. So here we go.
Third down, 7 to go.
But you know, it was early days for football. They had a decent. It was easy to play with 2 players. I do remember that because you could hide your, you know, you could hide your play selection pretty well. See, like, why would you run that on third and 7?
Fourth down, 8 to go.
That was not a wise decision. So he's going to punt, presumably. I don't think I put a man back, so I'm going to run back here real quick. Oh! I'm going to try this one more time. You can see how much quicker the time went in the last game than it does in this one. We are slow moving here. Okay, I'm going to try to pick a play here. There we go. Okay. So at the snap, you can actually change your guys. And it's a very large, I mean, the amount of real estate given to the various positions I find a little goofy, to be completely honest, but it's not the way I would personally do it, but it seems like you could have, and it seems like there'd been an easier way to do it.
Oh, man.
I can't tell what happened there. Oh, God. That's one of mine, it looks like. And an incomplete pass. We're going to try a couple more here. Let's go for the bomb. Oh!
Third down, 23 to go.
Holy smokes.
I got it.
Okay. I have no idea why it's doing what it's doing, but I think I'm ready to move on. Overall, I mean, again, with little knowledge of actually how to play this game, I never liked it, and I still don't like it. So we're moving on. So next on the docket, ooh, pretty good looking icon there. And we're going to give it a whirl. 1986. So this is an ancient football game here. From Bethesda. They went on to bigger and better things. Crowd goes wild. Oh, okay, here we go. This may be mouse driven, and it looks like it is. We will play 5-minute quarters. This could be some kind of like a strategy type game. Whatever. Beginner. That sounds good. Use standard playbook and standard team. That sounds fine. Okay. This is a computer's team. Let's call them, who are the Amigos' arch enemies? Let's see here. How about, of course, everyone knows that the Amigos have a real trouble with the mole people. Let's see. Oh man, look at all this. This is really random penalties. Okay, and we're gonna pick heads. Don't. Holy smokes! Look at this craziness. Holy God! What am I supposed to do? Am I actually controlling anything? Okay. Well, select. Oh, I bet there was a playbook with this thing. Okay, and so I've selected a play. Oh boy, clearly selected the incorrect one. So, for those of you watching at home on pay TV, you'll notice that I am the the tan dots. Now, what stinks is I do not have the playbook for this. So I'm just going to kind of randomly grab some plays. Apparently I've got it up to, including 19 plays. So we're going to go with that one. Okay, looks like I'm in the nickel. Man, good. Look at the pile up there. It's a scrum. You know, I can't lie. I could probably get into this if I had the playbook, because these games take me back to the old days of computer football. Again, this is from '86, and the this was again they were learning how things work. Now, I'll tell you right now, fire all these guys that can't tackle. You know, we are not. You know, we're not the Jets here. I think the Amigos would be better at tackling. Let's see what we can do here. I will never look at the chat, Boat. I see what I did there. So you're telling me I can control... a fellow here has told me I can control one of these players. And what would I control him with, Steve, if I may ask? Do I use the mouse, the joystick, the keyboard? Use the mouse to move him. Okay, I'll try that. Here we go. Holy smokes. It works. It works. You have marginal control. He missed it. See, look, no harm, no foul, Boat. They're mocking me for not looking at the chat enough, but hey, it worked. All right, holy smoke, look at this craziness. So now I get to pick an offensive play. Let's go with number 9. Number 9. And I will select it. I get to hike the ball here. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing there. A koala pad. There you go. I actually happen to have one of these. A koala pad. Someone suggested I controlled this one. Who was that? Ricky DeRocher. Interesting thought. I don't know if I'm supposed to be the quarterback, or if I can pick another guy. Oh, I can pick who I want the ball to go to. So I guess I could throw the ball to somebody. Let's try that. Let's see here. I'm sure 15 is a passing play. Okay, here we go. Did I catch it? Oh! You know, I'm with you, Boat. So it's 4th down here. I'm going to go on the assumption that 18 is your kick. But we could be in bad shape here, so we'll try it out here. Or 19, excuse me. Yep, I got it right. Oh, no. I think it's field goal. Whoops. Well. I don't think he's going to get it. This isn't bad, guys. If you want to sit down and play football with a mouse and pretend you're actually doing something, which, I mean, you are, this is not a bad way to go. I have to say. I'm giving Gridiron a high sign here. It's not bad. I used to oh, get him. Oh, no, no, no. No, no, no. Incomplete. Yes. There used to be a computer game in the arcade called, it was from Atari, it was called X's and O's Football. And this reminds me of that. In fact, you used a trackball in that to play it. I don't know if anybody remembers that one. Alright, we're going to try a couple more plays here, and then we're going to move along. It's funny, the computer uses an actual amount of time to... Okay, oh shoot, there he goes. To pick his plays. It's kind of a realistic... I noticed that in this game, all the tackles are swarm tackles. There's very few individual tackles. Hey there, John. Didn't think I'd have anyone in here tonight, given the late hour and the total impromptu nature of the stream. So it's nice. There it is. Well, I don't think I can keep him from kicking a field goal this time. You'll notice that the computer is using a lot of clock. I mean, he's doing things the right way. I'm going... Interception. Oh! Alright. Well, that was Gridiron. I like it. What do you think, fellas? Let's see here. I think it's under John Madden. You know, I read something today online that... the new NBA 2K19 was rife with microtransactions. Apparently, all these new sports games have tons of these microtransactions, and by cashing in on these transactions, you could effectively make your team indestructible. Which is you would think that would cause more fervor than it does, but I guess I don't know. Unfortunately, microtransactions seem to be here to stay, and there's not much that can be done about it. I always like this game had some really cool music. Yes, Ricky, actual Amiga 1200, sir. The Black Beauty, thanks to the beautiful case and the Crips and over. Yes, my S-Video adapter is a little flaky, and so we're going back to just your standard output. Listen to how funky that is. Yeah. I expect Shaft or one of the Parliament to come out and do commentary for this. Funky.
Hi, folks. Welcome to John Madden Football. Get
Love
ready
it.
for some real hard-hitting action.
Now, I've played this one more than most of these. Just because, sad to admit, but, and I'm sure some of you can understand this or even remember it. In the old days of the Genesis and the Mega Drive consoles, the Amiga, I was starting to feel like the kid that got left behind. And so whenever something came out that was console-like, that was something you really wanted, I would be very excited about it. And this was something that had been on the Genesis, and Madden was sort of a thing, and I wanted a really good football game. And did I get it? You know, that's to be decided. Let's see here. boy. I bet it's 111. Let's try that. Bam.
Extra
Yes.
memory detected.
Yes, you've got it. We've used it. Damn straight. I paid a lot for that memory. You better use it. You know, I don't know if it was just me, but when you got those little messages like that from games, I just loved it. It made me feel so happy. All right, now, one thing I remember about this game is it does not have all the teams. And so you'll notice that conspicuous by their absence are the Dallas Cowboys, which is appalling. Appalling. So, we're going to go with my backup team. Gosh, who is my backup team now? I guess we'll go with Cincinnati. Since I'm locally, they're close. And then we will take on, who is the team out of these people that I absolutely hate the most? Of course, it's the Washington Redskins. They're garbage. Let's see here. So we actually have it backwards, don't we? Let's see. Well, I have that right. Joystick 1. I think that's right. Dome. Are you kidding me? We're playing this sucker outside. Open grass. Snow and ice. That's the way you do it. The Redskins are going all the way to the Toilet this year, brother. They got nothing. Hi, Ricky, I will never play with New England, or I hate them. However, I do have your boy Brady as my fantasy quarterback this year. Now, I like this. Madden gives you a scouting report in one of his rare appearances. Look how young and full of vitality and vigor Madden was back in these days. For you guys that don't know, John Madden was a Super Bowl winning head coach for the Oakland Raiders and was one of the engineers behind the Raiders dynasty of that era. Let's see if I picked the right joystick. Don't be singing that Redskins theme in here, Boat. Not in my chat tonight. Okay, here we go. Okay, I got the right joystick. Huzzah! Looks like I'm kicking off. All right, now you can notice how cool the ground looks. Hey, look. What happened there? Okay, I guess it was a touchback. This is pretty straightforward stuff here. And now we just wait for them to pick their gimmick, and then we're off and running. Okay. And you can see this looks pretty reminiscent of its counterpart on the Genesis. In fact, we covered this game on the Amigas. Kill! Oh, I got greedy. We covered this game on the Amigos. Gosh, it was I think it was like last year, and I don't. It may have been this year, but it was sort of based on the. Oh, did I get him? I must have got a safety. Huzzah! It was based on the year before's Madden, and so it it looked just like the console Madden for the most part. Oh, stay in bounds, dude! Oh man. And while a lot of people aren't real fond of this particular version, I like it because it's playable. Although, as I say that, there we go. Let's see here. It gives you a playable game. Here we go. I let him too far. This gives you some of the options that you would end up coming to expect from a Madden game. You get to pick hands or big, that stuff, which I always thought that was kind of cool. I'm a big fan of the toss. And these. Hey, Henrik. No, there's a CPU in there. You think I would
22.
make myself look awesome by not actually including the CPU? Oh, good God, no. Unlike the actual Washington defense, that was an incredible play made by an incredible athlete. Alright, you know what that means. We got to go deep or go home here. Yeah, with the shotgun. We're going to go for the... We're going to take it to the house. I like the fact that you could pick the weather conditions in this. I like the fact that you had the choice of dome or turf. I don't know how much that... I doubt you guys are going to get a turf toe or anything. Oh. Not so good. I'll get the hang of it. There is no good light beer, by the way. I noticed that. Maybe a good commercial. They made some great light beer commercials back in the day. Alright, here we go. Ooh, not the best. Poor tackling. Now, if you're a football fan, you'll know that the local team, Cincinnati Bengals, which Cincinnati is about a 2.5-hour drive from me, so that's the local team. They are known for having all the rejected felons from other teams, including some from West Virginia. Adam Pac-Man Jones comes to mind, but he's not the only one. And they've actually had some success with these villains because, amazingly, some of these characters, while lawbreakers, are actually quite talented and are good players. But I mean, we've had a lot of real hoods on the team. Well, they're supposed to do well every season, but what happens is a lot of their towards the end of the season, a lot of their players violate their parole, and so then once those guys are gone, they got problems. Oh no! Oh, fumble! Did he recover his own fumble? Are you guys seeing this crap?
First down.
Unbelievable! I crushed that guy, and he recovered his own fumble. I think that's the first glitch we've determined, and that it's been in a video game, football game tonight. Now, I'm going to go one more offensive run on this, and then we're going to move along. You know, Andy Dalton was my fantasy quarterback for many years. In fact, I almost took him this year as well. He's a good quarterback. He didn't have a lot to work with. Okay, here we go. Andy Dalton is the quarterback for the Bengals, and at least in the year this is being streamed, which is 2018. Now, the way this worked is when you were playing two people, you would have these plays, and you would have to hit left or right on your stick or up to pick the play, in case you're wondering what I'm up to. And yes, audibles were available. Oh, man, I'm going to get eaten alive here. If I don't get him, get him! Oh, man, that was lucky. No, boat. Please, this is medicinal, sir. It's medicinal. Okay, I need to stop him here. So it's time to bring in the big boys. Now, since I'm covering the American Football rundown, I can only assume that our own John Boat of Carshaller will take care of the soccer rundown. Oh, no! Sometime in the near future. Every soccer game ever made for the Amiga.
First down.
That's right, John. Oh, are you kidding me? Not my best showing, folks. Oh, no, Bode. I looked at the list. There are hundreds of them. And you've also got to do the ones where it's strategic. Here we go. No. Good God, no. Like Premier Manager, that crap. I mean, those fine games. That's right. Okay. I think we can stop him here. Dadgummit. We'll go a little bit longer on this one since we're not getting blown out yet. I've not played the Madden game for quite a while. I think the last ones I played regularly, I've got Madden 2009 for the Xbox. It was, in fact, the last... Madden was the last game ever made for the original Xbox. And it was... I think it had a limited release even, but they stuck it out. I guess they were working on it, and they went ahead and put it out. And it's okay. The Xbox ones are okay. I used to play a lot of the 2K stuff on the Dreamcast, of all places. That was the place I played most of my football, if the truth be told. Wow, did I choose the wrong play here? That's what I get for not paying attention. There we go. No harm, no foul, right? And so we will send in the special teams. I watched the season opener as this is being recorded or streamed. We had our very first NFL game of the 2018 season between the Atlanta Falcons at the Philadelphia Eagles. And in a real barn burner of a game, the Eagles managed to come out on top. Dadgummit. Slow game, absolutely. Lots of field goals. And not much going on. I believe Boat told me that the home Eagles cheered out their team when they took the field and booed them at halftime for sucking, which the Eagles and the Jets and the Giants fans are a fickle bunch. They take no crap. Oh, look at that move. Look at him. Holy God. Oh, by the shoelaces. I thought I was going to take that thing to the house. All right, now I'm going to take care of business, y'all. Watch me work. Here we go. Here we go. You can run your guys up to the line quickly if you hit your button on the way up there. Oh. You know, what's going on here? Okay. I meant to do that. I'm giving a false sense of security. Okay. It's funny because I really do like to run in this game, but it's been a while since I played it. I just lost all my mojo. Here we go. There we go. Get some positive yards. Now you bring on the big boys. This is what screws them up right here. The old quick outs. You can also set a guy in motion here if you'd like. Oh, okay. 2-minute warning. Here we go. This will be the last offensive stroll, and then we're going to move down the line. Okay, a little razzle-dazzle here. There was a flea flicker in last night's game, so it wasn't all garbage. Whoops. No, get up. He's got nothing but daylight. So this is how you do well at Madden. You just randomly dive. Excuse me? Oh, that's the run of the year right there. That was quite an effort there. It worked, but I'm not proud of it. This is the story of my life. Just play down and out. Here we go. Zigged when I should have zagged. Okay. Gotta go deep. Get in here, punk. One thing I failed to mention about 4th and inches that I always liked is that you can't really do much in that game. Why am I... What's going on here? Oh, son of a gun. You get these... If the play goes on too long, it just calls a penalty, which I always thought that was pretty funny. That's something I always was amused by in that game. So just basically it's a holding. If the play goes more than about 10 seconds, it's a holding penalty. Okay. Let's try this one more time. Why is he doing that? Help me. Well, I don't know why my guy's taking a header, but that's what a brilliant way to end the half. So we're going to call that one right there. I like that. Madden, good game. I think it's underrated. I know Boat was, sort of killing it, but I always thought it was a fun game. So Tom Landry Football. We got to try that. Good God Almighty. I totally forgot about that one. Let me Tom Landry Football. Now, I don't know who the most famous, soccer star is in the UK or Europe. And so, if someone said a name, let's say Pele, I would know him, but I would not know, like, let's say, Dippity Doo, the all-time great soccer star. Well, I don't expect a lot of people to know who Tom Landry is because his time has come and gone. But he was the football coach for the very successful Dallas Cowboys of the 70s and 80s. And probably, I don't know if he was even in the 60s as well, but he was known for his signature hat, which he wore all the time. So this is quite a game here, and we're going to give it a shot. Exhibition game. Now look at this. Telecommunications. It's got everything, y'all. So we're going to have an exhibition game here. You can even edit this. I remember playing this back in the day. Oh, whoops. Okay, there we go. And go. So this is sort of like Gridiron. I'm going to call... Dallas always calls heads. Oh, yes, finally. We're going to receive. Now, this one is all strategy. And I believe once you pick your play, it shows you what happens. I have not played this one for quite a while. So we're going to give it a shot here. Yeah, that's what it is. Now, I had this on the PC, but this version looks a lot better. I remember always being irritated because you couldn't actually, do anything. You sort of watch the play happen. But, I mean, you're the coach. Tom Landry was a coach. He was not a player. Well, he was a player, but, not at this point. I like the fact that when they had Tom Landry in the opening, there was all the players had Tom up on their shoulders. They were all generic guys because they did not want to use. They didn't want to pay for the actual NFL license. Now, look, this is actually pretty fancy. So you can flip through these. We're going to go with the one back. Look at all this. Look at all the options you've got here, though. And we're going to go on an outside run, sweep right, and then look at all the stuff you can do. It just tells you the weather, clock, which you can see that at the top. This is a tremendous amount of information. And then you just hit the button and you watch the play being played. It looks good too. And you can see the guy who's got the ball. And there's the result. Good night, Boat. I think this is a real neat game. I've always been a fan of it. But, I mean, it's not one you're going to want to, play a ton. So we're going to try a pass this time. Short pass. And it's even got the names in here. Now, these aren't the real players, but I think you could. I'm sure you could edit your team to have the actual players. which would be pretty sweet. I'm surprised this one did not come up on Lemon, but maybe it just doesn't have football in the title. So, I mean, you can see, look at all this stuff. Look at these delays, slants. I mean, I'm a decent football fan, but some of the stuff, it's like, good God, what in the heck is this crap? You know, there's a lot of stuff here. And so let's go for a long play action pass. Can we do that? Yeah, we put the quarterback in motion, and we'll throw it out to the flanker, and we'll try that. This is a crazy play here. We'll see what happens. You normally wouldn't run this on 3rd and 4. Oh, it doesn't look good. Oh, hold the phone. He got it. First down. Pretty fun. I mean, honestly, if you are looking to just, this would be the perfect football game to sit back in your chair with like a mouse and just get you a beer or whatever your poison is, and play your little football. See how you do. I mean, you get to pick. It's like everyone wants to be the couch or the armchair quarterback. This is your chance right here, and you can actually tailor your teams to make them more suitable to you, or you can. I think you can play full seasons. It's been a while since I played this one, but I always thought it was kind of neat. Looks like he jumped off sides. I don't remember the penalty situation on this, to be completely honest with you. Incomplete. Dadgummit. And the defensive picking is just as deep. Pick. Oh, here it is. Penalty. I thought there was an offsides. Now, what's neat about that is you could see the offsides, which is just like in a real game. Except, I love that. I love that aspect of it. It's really neat that you could do that. Look at this. You could pick their patterns. Like, we're going to send the guy out in the flat here. And we're going to finesse. Now, right here, you've got the old... we're just going to do a straight-up screen of the fullback. As you can see, here he is. And we're going to... and you can even have Landry suggest plays. We'll do that next time. We'll see what he says. And also, some people aren't really dexterity is not their thing. You know, and so they need something that just lets them try. I guess this is sort of like your premier manager or whatever. I don't know how those things work, but it's kind of neat to see that you can play it out in the screen after you pick it. So we'll pick Landry. See what he says here. And I don't honestly remember what he says. So look at that. There you go. He's giving you a long, reasonable explanation for why you want to do it this way. So you can hit go, and I believe you will pick the play he asked. Oh, no, he actually didn't pick the play he wanted, but he gave you the suggestion of the play. Now I'm going to, it's 2nd down, so we're going to do an inside run, and we're going to use the fullback. We'll give that a shot. Get a few yards out of it. We're going to try to score here before we move on. I like the amount of options you've got. I really do. So it's 3rd and 3. We're going to try something real radical you would never see in a real Cowboy game here. We'll try the flea flicker. And we're going to... Primary receiver, we will make it. Yes, that sounds good. Now, you would never see this, but I just kind of want to see what it looks like. Although they did have a flea flicker in last night's game, so they do occasionally happen. There it is. Back to the quarterback. And he has... couldn't tell what happened. Looks like incomplete. Triple coverage. That's football, all right? That's neat. That's a neat game. Like I said, I enjoy it on a certain level. If you're looking for something just fun to play without having to actually sit down and play anything. That's Tom Landry's Football Deluxe. That was the 2nd version that they released, as I recall. So we're going to go ahead and head down here to TV Sports Football. Now, TV sports football is an interesting case, as I was saying earlier. It's definitely the most interesting. You know, anyone that listens to the show or knows anything about me knows I'm the biggest fan of the TV sports and Cinemaware. I mean, I love Cinemaware. I love them. And so when I got hold of this back in the day, and this is a game that they sold in the U.S., which was, you know, certainly not true with all the games. You know, I jumped all over. I was like, man, this is gonna be great. And you can see the interface is very similar to TV sports basketball. So we'll just do an exhibition. One player. I like the fact that you can use teammates. I think that's pretty cool. So you can see here we've got the teams. Of course, these are old school. And of course, some of these teams don't exist in a real league, like Phoenix, for example. And we're going to take on New Jersey, which actually do have a team, but they're called the New York. And now you've got the cool opening, just like the old basketball game. I always like these. Ha 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 ha, cute. And of course you're going to have the studio there. Cinemaware were so far ahead of the game. I mean, they really got it, and they knew the Amiga was the format to fulfill their vision, and they did a great job. I mean, I like the majority of their titles. I mean, I would say without hesitation, they're my favorite publisher and quasi-developer of all time. So many good hits. And say what you want about this game, you know, it is a very beautiful game. And there it is. We will receive. Beautiful field. They took a different approach from the other you know, games to a certain degree. So this is a similar situation. Whoa, we don't want that. What? Okay, I don't know what happened there. I'm not gonna punt though. I just get murdered. So this one you have to pick. You pick your formation first, and then you pick your goal. Yeah, it's a little sensitive there on those. I've never liked the way you pick plays on this, to be honest with you. Oh god. Let's see if I can actually pick something I don't go out and get murdered. Okay. You don't get a lot of choices, you know, for plays. Kind of a bummer. Let's see if I can play. It's been a while since I actually played this game, so let's go ahead and complete a pass here. There we go. Oh, no! Wow. That's not a good start. So we'll go to 4-3. And, of course, they did a similar situation with that Madden and some of the other games. They really, if you're playing two people, you sort of have to hide the cursor and whatnot. God. This is a quicker game. It's really running real quick on the Amiga here, the 1200. I don't recall it running this quickly when most of the time I spent playing this game was on the old Amiga 1000. Oh, son of a gun. Wow, that was quick. This might be an ugly game, folks. Now this I always thought was awesome looking. But of course this is what Cinemaware did great. This is sort of like the kick after mini game. You know, it looks beautiful. I mean, compare that to any of the other games. It looks awesome. I mean, look at that. It's just gorgeous. It reminds me of when the tip-off in the basketball game, the little mini game that you've got for the tip-off is very similar. So let's see. I think it's put me in. Another thing about this game is if you don't touch your joystick, it just plays without you. So you better, you know, be ready. That's not the best, honestly. That's not the best way to do it. But that's something that Madden did too, you know. So for many moons. So I guess that was something. We're gonna try to get something going here. God. I didn't hold. Something else you have to sort of hold the button for a length of time. Sort of like basketball. Let's try this again. That was actually pretty close. So we're going to try to kick the ball here. We'll give this a shot. Punt. Not the best punt here, we're going to see. Alright, we'll try a little bit more here. Give us a whirl here. Not bad. Okay. I think what made this game rough for me is how simple and limiting your pickable plays were. I mean, and I'll go back to almost every game we've played tonight has more available plays. I think even, I mean, this is sort of like in the same line as 4th and Inches, and these are, that's an old game. You know, that's a real old game. I mean, I remember distinctly playing in television football, and it had 2 separate playbooks with like a zillion plays. I mean, this thing had a ton of plays in it. And so you would think that they could come up with more plays. It's almost, to me, this game always felt like it was, and of course this is the argument with Cinemaware sometimes, is that the gameplay was secondary to the way it looked. You know, and that's never a good thing when you're playing football. You need to have your best foot forward. But I mean, it's beautiful, but not that much fun to play. Yes, did I get that? Yes. I've not done well passing tonight, but we're going to try again. Because it's difficult to complete a pass. That's because there are so many steps that you've got to take before you pass. You have to step back. You have to hike the ball, go back. You have to aim. Then you have to hold the button down without being able to see your receiver. It's very difficult. Now, I'm sure somewhere, and I know for a fact there are plays that will work in this every time, okay? And so that also takes the fun out of it to a certain degree. So we're back. Our receiver breaks across the center, and you hope he catches it. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Now, he did catch it, but, I mean, it's a crapshoot a lot of times. And so you're, in some ways, you're better off doing short stuff or running. But running is really difficult, too. You know, it's like I didn't turn far enough. That's awesome, John. You know, I love that one. He's talking about the Ergo stick, which is my favorite stick. Wico Ergo. Okay, now he just pitched that ball. And I ran out of bounds like a coward. So now we've got to go deep again. Horrible. Horrible. And so I'm going to, where are we? On my own 45. I will punt. And I think for punting, you have to do it just like you're receiving the ball. There you go. Horrible. And there it is. TV sports football. I'm not the biggest fan, to be completely honest with you. It just never did it for me. From a football perspective, but I mean, you know, it is what it is. It's beautiful, but to me, it was all glitz and no glamour. And so with that, the Amiga 2018 Pigskin Showdown comes to an end. In my personal opinion, and I know this is a controversial statement, but I would probably rank John Madden Football as the best American football game on the Amiga. It would be followed by Tom Landry's Football, which I thought was quite amazing if you were okay with just doing the coaching. I was also very impressed with Gridiron, which was a very interesting game. Near the bottom of the list, I would put 4th and Inches somewhere in the middle. I would put TV Sports Football close behind, and then lastly, I was not very impressed with ABC Monday Night Football. It was difficult to understand what was going on. Maybe given the time and the documentation, that might end up being more fun. But I like the playbook of Madden, and I certainly like the incredible flexibility of Tom Landry Football. Plus, hey, I'm a Cowboys fan. I love me some Landry. So, I hope you enjoyed this rundown. And with football season nearly here, I hope everyone out there has a good time watching the NFL, college football, wherever you may be. And until we meet again, adios.